Okay, first of all, I just want to have a disclaimer. I'm not a professional, nor do I claim to be. So let's start. First, we're going to use my So Totally Clean toner. I always like to start with the toner, and I have already freshly washed my face.
Okay, after that, just let that dry a little bit. I'm going to use some for some oil, and this is just to add a little extra moisture. Always make sure you use clean hands when you're rubbing in all your, before your makeup stuff.
Now we're gonna go into the primer. I like the e.l.f. primer. By the way, all these products are super affordable because y'all know I got 5 kids. Can't be using expensive stuff. I like to just use my fingers.
For my primer,
Now I've already wet my beauty blender, and this is a Real Techniques beauty blender. And I'm going to use the Revlon Color Stay and the number 360 Golden Caramel. And I'm just going to apply that right to my face. And I like full coverage, so I use a lot.
I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match in the color N425. Just going to add a tiny bit more, because Lord knows I need a little extra coverage. Okay, now I'm going to use the pointy side of my dampened beauty blender and tap that right into my skin, trying to cover the rest of it. I know y'all are thinking that's a lot of makeup, but I'm not done yet. Right and wrong way to put on your makeup. You just do whatever works for you. Some people put on like the concealer before their foundation. Some people wake up and they're like 20 minutes and it's grossing me out. It's a hair. Got it. Okay. Sorry about that noise. It's my 1-year-old and my 12-year-old. I'm going to go ahead and put a tiny bit more on my cheeks because I can still see a little redness poking through. So to everybody who does know me, what have y'all been up to? Like, I've just been living a dream, not really, but getting my life together, spending time with the fam bam, working, you know, doing what I gotta do to be productive in this society. And it's all for a good cause. A good cause called That's Life, and that's how we adult. Like, if I could just be a kid forever, I so totally would, but then what kind of example would I be to my kids? Not that I've ever really been an example. I think I've been an example of what not to do, or what not to be. But anywho, okay, but that's pretty good for me. Like, sometimes I like to blend it down my neck just a tiny bit. But if it doesn't match your neck exactly, that's why you blend it down. Like, I try to color match the best I can, but it's so hard sometimes. Like, for real. Okay.
Now I'm going to use my trusty Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. This has a really, really super strong smell, but I like it. No biggie. And I got one of my brushes that I got. I don't even have like numbers for this, but that's cool. Cheating. I'm just gonna tap right into that powder. Tap a little off, and really I'm just mattifying my foundation. Because once I go on with a tiny bit of contour, like if you put powder contour on a foundation face that's still kind of moist, it's just gonna look patchy. And I actually learned this from my favorite YouTubers. Pretty much common sense though, if you ask me. Bring it down to my neck. Okay, next we're gonna go in to I'm gonna go ahead and do bronzer. Now you can use a cream bronzer or you can use a powder bronzer. I have the Profusion Contour kit by, I believe this is by, I don't know, I guess Profusion. Anywho, sometimes usually I use a cream contour, but I don't know where it is. I have so much makeup. It's lost. So I'm just gonna try to carve out these cheekbones. They're under there somewhere. And always remember, less is more with contour because it can start looking a tiny bit muddy if you use too much, if you're too generous with it. Like, everybody does it different, but I don't want to look like I have dirt on my face. Right? And you can always build it up. Like, start off with a little, and if that's just not enough, you're the contour queen, add more. It's no big deal. So I actually have 3 shades that I'm using. Don't know if you can see that. I don't want it to fall out. It's kind of broken. I think I dropped it. And I'm just blending them all together. Trying to get... Hi! Oh, he's got Oreos on his face. Get a wipe and wipe his face, Jada. And don't give him any more cookies.
I didn't do it.
He's not allowed to have chocolate before lunch. Okay. Just trying to blend that out a tiny bit. Next, I'm going to use some blush. I got this Stila palette that one of my little babies at work, my pretend daughter, gave me for my birthday. And I'm actually tapping into the peach and this color. I'm not sure what it's called. Oh, almost dropped it. And this is actually buildable too. So I'm gonna lightly bounce it on my cheek on both to kind of even out the product. And then I'm gonna go in light with a light hand and blend out. And y'all know I am a blush queen. I don't mind a good blush. And this is actually a very pigmented blush. So I don't want to get too much, which I think I did on one cheek. I don't know why one cheek always does really good and the other doesn't. I think because I'm right-handed. Okay, so now that that's done, always remember if you get a little too much, go back with your brush, your powder brush, kind of buff that out. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm doing my eyebrows next. And this is just the order that I go in. No particular, like, if there's no really wrong way. So I got, first, it's like a spoolie, only this is like just like a brush and an eyelash separator that I got with some kit. Have a nose itch. Okay. And I actually use 2 products. I use 2 pencils at the moment. Like, I go back and forth between the eyebrow pomades and using the brushes and all that. But this is my everyday because I actually am usually in a rush, believe it or not. Even though I have 2 hours to get ready, I don't like to feel rush. I have to watch my son as I'm getting ready. So, you gotta add in an extra hour for that. Because he loves my attention. Okay, so, I got it all sharpened. I brush my eyebrows into place, and I always start on my left brow. Is this my left? Yeah. Just kind of starting in the middle. And if you already know how to do your eyebrows, then just skip through this. No big deal.
I actually start in the middle. Do about 5 strokes. We're already at 12 minutes, so I'm trying not, don't worry, it's not too stronger. Eyebrows is like the main thing. Like if I were to walk out with eyebrows, y'all would be like, this cancer patient. Okay, no offense to the people fighting cancer. Cancer sucks. Okay, so I try to balance it out so they're even. No, they're not supposed to be twins, but sisters. So I really feel like this eyebrow, my right eyebrow, is actually thicker. And I just don't understand why, because I put the crap out of them. Okay, so basically, I got the middle highlight here. I usually keep my pencil really sharp so I can get like a precise line, because I'm not the one to go and carve out my eyebrows. Like, that's just too much. I have enough concealer on my face. Don't need to add more under my eyebrow. Okay. Then, I go in with this. This is like a cheap one. I can't remember where I got it. It's probably like LA Colors or something. And then I go into the middle part and just kind of finish drawing that line lightly. Kind of like back and forth motions. I'm really just trying to use a light hand so it doesn't look too boxy. And this is just the personal way I like to do my eyebrows. Then I go up and down on the head. Okay, so I feel like this is pretty good. And I actually have a spoolie on the other brush, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. Make sure it's clean. I took the top off the wrong side, so I'm going to make it all weird. And always when you use a spoolie, if you stay right on your eyebrow, it actually takes some of the product off. Just in case you like that too much. And I always have like Q-tips handy, like to remove any mistakes. Okay, so same with that light color. I'm going to go ahead and finish the arch. Still using a fairly light hand. And since I said this one was kind of thinner, after I draw the other one, I might have to like add a little bit more to this one, as far as thickness. Okay, so I'm going to go back with my other one. This is actually a wet and wild. Pretty good, and it was cheap. Ooh, take that, 1 second. Thanks. Okay, so I'm loving the way this arch looks. And I usually just go back and forth between my pencils, because them mixed together is actually the perfect color for my skin. Okay, so I got one on. I'm going to finish the other one off camera.
Plastic thing, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so right now I am going to get ready to do my eyeshadow. Now, since I put concealer already all over my eyelid, there's really no need for eyeshadow primer, since I'm just doing it every day to everyday look. Like, I don't do a bunch of, I'm a neutral kind of girl. I'm using the NYX Love You So Much palette, and I'm just gonna go into this bright, it's like a very glittery, shimmery neutral. I'm gonna put that all over my lid, because I want a tiny bit of a shimmer sparkle. Something that says, hey, I did put on eyeshadow, but I didn't try too hard, because trust me, I'm not real good at eyeshadow. Even though I have a million eyeshadow palettes, I just haven't really had the time to explore. I got like a million eyeshadow brushes. That's not it. It's just like I can't find the right techniques so far. That works for me. Okay, so I did that with like a Wet n Wild flat brush. Now I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna this is a Milani palette, and I'm actually gonna go and use this tan shade in my crease. Sometimes I like dip into the orange too, which I might just do that. And I'm just gonna focus on my crease. Like, I like to put the product on both sides and then blend. And I'm just using windshield wiper motions to get a little bit of the color on there. Give him his bottle.
He keeps crying.
He wants to go to sleep.
He can't.
I'll be done in a minute. Like, I'm almost done.
Alex, here. Timmy, you go watch him because I've been watching him.
Okay, so this is a pretty basic neutral eye, and that's all I'm going for. Nothing too much. Now, ouch. I'm going to coat my eyelashes with some mascara. Actually, I think I'm going to do a little eyeliner. Matter of fact. Okay, so I'm going to do a little eyeliner. Do a little bit of eyeliner quickly. I suck at eyeliner, so please don't judge if it gets thicker and thicker. I'm just going to try to wing it out.
Okay, so I got one eye done. I'm just gonna try to make this one look like that one the best I can. So hard to do this part, sorry. Ooh. Like, why do they look so different? Oh, wow. Does anybody else struggle with this too? Like, that's insane. Why don't you just so long I could fly? Ah! Wow. Oh well, I got a little eyelash glue still in my eye. Trying to get it off real quick. Don't think I can. Almost done. Honestly, that's good enough for me. Like, I'm pleased with that. That was really good first. Now I'm gonna go in with mascara. I'm using Maybelline Falsies Volumize something. I don't know. It's Volume Express. I'm gonna coat the top lashes. Coat bottom. Always remember, if you mess up, you can wait for it to dry, scratch it off with a spoolie, or use a Q-tip, a good makeup remover. But that last way actually takes off all your makeup, so be careful. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and go to the other. I'm going to be putting on Falsies, so
Really tedious work when you're doing eyelashes. Like, you can't put them on crooked, or you have to get them by the lash line, but not on it. Anyways, and I actually lost one of my eyelashes, and I looked everywhere for it, all over the top of my dresser, vanity thing, all in the floor, couldn't find it. Come to find out, it was like stuck to my shirt, my stomach. Who does that? Okay, so now that these eyelashes are probably dry, I'm actually lifting them up, and I'm just gonna plop them down. However, they got stuck to, hold on, they got stuck to my tweezers. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Put it in the middle, the outer edge, and then the inner corner. Make sure you get it as close to your lash line as you possibly can. Okay, got one on. Let it dry a little longer before I actually, like, put them together. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut off some on this one, just because I did it to the other side. Put some eyelash glue on it.
5 hours later.
yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay, always make sure you're working with clean tweezers, because when there's actually glue on it, it's like you're holding it by the lashes when you're applying it, and it just gets stuck, like it won't come off. So, no wonder it's stuck too. Okay, so these are nowhere near dry yet. So, before I finish and wrap up this video, to make my eyelash today, I just want to say thank you to everybody that took the time to watch this video. I know it's kind of long, but I really appreciate you staying tuned. Also, make sure you hit the bell notification, so every time that I upload, you'll get a notification that says a new video is available. My next video will actually be a wish haul. I ordered like 29 packages or something, all kinds of random stuff, like nail stuff and makeup stuff, and a couple gifts for my daughter. 2 of my daughter's birthdays are coming up. I'm just really trying to be patient and wait on all the packages to come in, but it's so hard because I like want to know what's inside. And there's like a description on the outside of the packages, and that's not even like what it usually is. Because I watch other wish hauls, and that's not even what it is. Like half the time, it says ring and it's earrings, or it'll say makeup or kitchen gadget, and it'll be like, I don't know, a nail tool. So anyways, okay, so I'm going to hold the eyelash like this. I'm not sure if my glue is dry, but we'll find out. Place it as close to the lash line. Inner corner. And the outer corner. I think the inner corner, like, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the other eyelash. And I use the tweezers very carefully, clamp them down, wipe them off. Because it gets glue on in my mascara. Clamp them down, wipe them off.
Right. On this one. I had an eyelash on my nose that whole time. Okay. Don't know what kind of accent that was. So anyways, my next video will be a wish haul. And I hope you guys are subscribed and you hit the bell notification so you'll know exactly when it'll be. I want it to be today, but it probably won't because I only have 5 packages and that's not a lot. So I might have to do it in a couple parts or even film like some of it and then film some more when some more come in. Does that make sense? Anyways, shout out to all you brand new YouTubers who are trying to do it and make something of yourself. Like, this is just something fun that I like to do. Makeup and stuff like this is my passion, but it won't all be makeup. It'll be all kinds of stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna clamp it very carefully, wipe off any glue that I have, clamp it right there, wipe it off, and clamp that last section. Okay, I think that is it. And as always, thank you for watching my entire video if you waited till the end. And I will see you in my next video. And always remember, beauty is only skin deep. It's what's on the inside that counts.